Welcome back to Toyeen Talks. To all our beautiful subscribers, we say thank you so much for staying with us. If you're new here, we are happy you find us. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell so you will be notified for more upcoming videos.
Now he's looking and studying the environment and doesn't really know, or he's really scared and not knowing what action to take. And I think for me, in my own opinion, the fact that he kept his calm, saw the cops, went upstairs, even though that's not very, we've not validated that he said he saw blood or he saw a bowl of blood, whatever. But the fact that they got the cops first to the police station, I think he did something really sensible there. Do you understand? Because you have to I'll play it this way. If he was a father who had so much influence on his son, example, God forbid, it would never happen to that young man. I like him, Davido. If he was Davido's father, the story would be completely, entirely different. As a matter of fact, before he got there, he would make sure that not one soul leaves that house until he gets there. And all of them will probably, they'll be questioned from the minute that he got the phone call and they said his son was dead, or the son, whatever crap, or even the second bit of saying, he's okay now, don't come anymore. He will suspect foul play and take action from there. So we have to still think back and say, what is the relationship this man had with this boy at that time?
And you are right, but let me pose this question also. Let's assume that his relationship is not too good. He got there are a lot of people. Number one question I will ask is, from his own first repertoire of what happened, did he go to that police station to report the death, or just to take him to the morgue? Two, if based on those triggers that I spoke about, if it was me and I found myself in that situation and I took the step he took till we got to Ikorodu, before we get to Ikorodu, I will have called a number of people that I know that can come close to me for me to make some decision, because those things have posed some trigger that I will not bury that boy that second day, no matter what happened. Because to me, those triggers is asking me to probe what happened. Now, I might not be powerful at Lekki. Now I'm back to Ikorodu. I can wait some level of power by calling some people and say, this thing happened. Egbami, kini kinshe. That I will do. I will not go straight to say second day let's bury. Because if I bury him, how do I now report the matter to police to further, or when I go to Ikorodu, to further do any kind of questioning? That is what I will do. But as you said, we also need to consider the man as well.
Mr. Agata,
our thought process and exposure differ. So it doesn't have to balance.
Aristocrat, you said that you live,
Mr. Agata, please,
okay, all right, go ahead. I just wanted to ask
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, go ahead. Ask.
All right, Aristocrat, you said that...
Lagata Duro. Bayo, say your own. Say your own to this question so that we move to the other one. Mama, if you're born, Shogbon.
I said I wanted to speak. You said I wanted to ask question, Aristocrat. I wanted to speak.
Now,
I've said this before.
Let him speak now.
Bayo gave me permission now. He gave me permission. You shouldn't worry about Bayo, Aristocrat. Aristocrat, you said you live in Nigeria and you have been around circumstances like that where people buy, and obviously how they have to call the police and stuff like that. You established that earlier. Okay, now, the one I've seen so far, maybe somebody buy in their house.
Yeah.
The first thing they do, they inform the police, right? Am I right? In Nigeria, or they go they go straight to the hospital.
It's two ways. The first thing, if someone buy in your house, the first thing they do, they take you to the hospital. That would be that would be like 6 hours of 10. While some other people, while some other people do it simultaneously. On their way to the hospital, they will call the police. Now, it's also dependent on the person's religion. If na Muslim, they know they call anybody. They know they carry and go anywhere. Now to arrange to bury the person. Most of the time.
Agreed.
You know, natural.
Agree to
But
that.
if it is Christian, and the age also matters.
Age.
Because these
Age
are
matters.
things, the age matters for you to say,
So,
we take it to the hospital. But the
this
first
is not
point
where- this is
mostly
not where I'm
is the
going.
hospital. Is the hospital.
Okay, this is not
mostly.
Where, this is not where I'm
hospital,
going,
then
sir.
police.
Aristocrat, are you aware that there was hospital notes? What's it called? Doctor's reports to obtain police reports, right? Why?
Yeah. We were
doctor's
told at the
report-
end of the day.
Why was
it
doctor's
hidden?
report
Hidden.
not tendered to or make available? Because
Hidden,
the police.
Mr. Lagata, let me quickly let me say my own part so that it will match up with your question. Based on the calculation we all agreed on, you said 70-30, Aristocrat said 60-40, and I don't know what Lady Anne said, but I'm saying that based on my own, it is 90-10 against the government. Now, this is what I want to ask you, Mr. Aristocrat, before I move on. If somebody was brought in dead to the hospital, and at the time it was brought in dead, looking at the scenario at the situation that person was brought in dead, and the hospital attended and they found that this person was dead, do you think in the capacity of the hospital, based on their practice, see something, say something, do you think the hospital should have called the police for a notification, sir? Did you think they should have done that?
Did I think? You brought it.
Do you believe?
No.
Yes.
Everything is under circumstances, Bayo. And
you know why I said that? You know why I'm asking that question?
You don't generalize it. You just ask me question. Don't generalize question, because the way I've been answering question, I've been talking about circumstances. I will not give a blank response to a question. It's wrong. Now, in a situation of if there was an accident, even in Nigeria, it is now that it is lesser. Most hospitals will not want to treat that person. Because if in the process of treating, if in the process of treating that person, the person dies, that will be biggie. So they will say we want police report. Until government have been, trying to tell people, educate people, please get it done first, save the lives first. Now, in case of Mohbad, he came in, and I believe when they got to that hospital, they were told, they will be told, according to them, that he was injected and is reacting to it. Now, when they got to that place, it is a body that was brought in there. Number one, it was not an accident victim. He was not a victim of robbery or gunshot. So police will not call. Though what police told them was simply to say, move this body to the morgue, understanding that it is a medical thing. And just like Lagata said, they were given a slip.
I said,
they were given a slip.
Aristocrat, I said, based on the circumstances of the brought in dead, and looking at the people that brought this person there in, and because before the hospital, the first hospital, before they would issue a death certificate, they would have questioned and asked questions and interview people before they could at least name, date, time, and place where it was coming from would have been asked before they could issue that. Phone numbers, house address, the bringer of the dead body and the adopter of the dead body would have been asked.
All that to be contained in the document given to them. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Now they were issued any paper.
Now this is why I'm not saying that now. Thank you. Now this is where I'm saying going to now. Now under the law, these people have tampered with the dead body because the hospital have in the question the hospital have asked. They've asked them who did this, who brought this, who did this.
Who tampered with the dead body? Who tampered? The people that brought. Are you saying the people that brought the body?
Yes.
They
are tampered with that dead body.
But
hold on, sir. Mr. Lagata,
that is under necessity. That is not. You can't call that much tampering. That is under necessity.
Let's unpack that, because you see,
that is under necessity.
That is where the crime have started. That is where the crime.
What did they tell the hospital?
No.
What did they tell the hospital? Why did the hospital give that statement? What?
Let's unbundle this. And let's unbundle this. Let's play back.
Okay.
Someone is reacting to drug, and when they saw him reacting, they now quickly, under emergency, rushed him to the hospital. You will not call that tampering. That is an action under necessity. How will they rush him to the hospital if they don't carry him, Mr. Bayo?
No.
If they don't carry the body.
I said after he had been confirmed brought in dead. It is not a dead body that was brought in.
By the
And
hospital.
at the time of questioning,
that body shouldn't have even left the hospital in the first place.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Now, the hospital asked questions.
Also, what story did they tell them?
Situation.
What did they tell the hospital? Was the nurse at the hospital? Did they tell did they advise the family to arrest the hospital?
Wait, Bayo.
Yes, I'm not saying what was the hospital's advice to the family,
to them,
to them.
I don't know.
Now,
tell me, you know more about this case. What was the hospital advice? Saying now.
No, the only advice we understand and we can put into record